Hello, what is up? My name is Shalene McLeod, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm really excited to host this really quick masterclass on the 5 thoughts that are going to lead to your next client. So, one of the greatest things that is underestimated and undervalued by so many people in the world of business, especially online entrepreneurs, is the power of our thinking and our mindset. I 1000% believe that our mindset makes up at least 80% of the success that we create for ourselves. And 20% of that is the actual strategy. Yet, so much of our time and even our thoughts are spent thinking about or taking action on the strategy component and not on our thoughts and the current way that we are thinking. One of the things that I want you to get on board with right now in this moment for the duration of this video is that your understanding that your current way of thinking has created your current results. I just want to say that again for you so that you can really let that soak in and we can right away take responsibility for where it is that we are at and the results we've created in our business in this moment. And now you might say, Shalene, but I don't like the results that I currently have. I don't like this right now. The more we push that away and the more we push that down, the more that we ignore the current results that we have right now, the more we're lying to ourselves. And the more that actually, I should say, the less we pay attention to what's actually going on with our unintentional thinking. You can think of this as like your subconscious thoughts, your subconscious beliefs. They're really driving the bus the majority of the time. The majority of your waking hours throughout the day, the decisions that you're making, the actions that you're taking are driven unintentionally. It's subconsciously. And it's because that's the way our brains are wired. They're wired to operate efficiently, quickly, effectively. They are designed to know if I do this, this happens. Our brains don't like uncertainty. It puts us into fear. It puts us into fight or flight mode. And our job, our responsibility as business owners, especially if you're a solopreneur, like it's just you running your business. I mean, this applies to anyone in business, but especially if it's like, if you're like me, I'm a mom of 3. I don't want to go back to the corporate world ever again in my life. I might at some point, I don't know, but I really don't have any plans to at this point and stage in my life. I want to create a a beautiful income for our family that helps to support the vision that we have, that helps to support the way that we want our children to grow up and the things that we would like them to have access to. And having 3 kids, not wanting to go back into the corporate world, wanting to have a certain level of income that supports the vision that we have for our life, these are all things that it becomes imperative because I'm the only one running my business, right? No one else cares about my business as much as I do. And no one else cares about your business as much as you do. And now your actions might not be sharing that. And we might be going, but I'm not really showing up for social every day. I'm not posting. I'm not, making offers. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm not signing clients. Maybe we're letting things go days on end. And it almost becomes as if like this business is an option for you, when in reality, we know that's not really what you desire. But your brain is like, well, I know what we do here. I know that if we sit in confusion or fear about the strategy, about how we do things and how it gets done, if we just stay confused, we never actually have to put ourselves out there. We never actually have to be seen. We never actually have to go into this unknown world of the result that we desire to create. The vision board never comes to reality because our brains don't understand the vision. Our brains know our current reality. And so that is the key as to why manifestation and visualization is so important. Because if we visualize the result enough, our brains can't differentiate between truth. It cannot differentiate between reality and perceived reality, right? Reality is like the facts, the things that are like actually happening. You can prove it in the court of law. Perceived reality is your thoughts about the things that are happening in your life. For example, someone lives in a home. That's a reality. You live in a house, okay? If you live in a house, that is a reality. It's a fact. It can be proven in the court of law. Our perceived reality is that we live in a really crappy house, that we live in a dirty home, that we live in a underprivileged home, that we live in a XYZ home, right? We can fill in the gap. Or our perceived reality could be we live in a beautiful home. Our perceived reality could be we have shelter. Same house, right? We don't change the house. We just look at perceived reality. Reality is I have shelter, and shelter is beautiful and it's amazing. We have just enough space in our home for our family. We have everything that we need in order to survive. And it comes from just a very different place of the actual reality that you have a home and then our perceived reality about what we're making it mean. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And the more we start to look at the things we already have and taking ownership over the current results that we already have, and then seeing them in a different way, that is where we start to be able to visualize the next step. But in order to create that vision, in order to cast that out, which this vision is signing your next client, right? The vision is that you have signed a client. That vision is something that if you haven't signed a client in a little while, if you've never signed a client before, this is really imperative for us to get on board with creating that visualization of what that would look like before we just hope or wish or expect that a client comes into our world. So really important that we understand where the power of our thoughts are coming from. And that's just like a little sidebar on visualization and manifestation. When you start to visualize that enough, your brain, even if it's not your actual reality, let's say this house, it's a small house you're living in. Maybe it is dirty. Maybe it is a fact that it's dirty or unorganized, or it's small for your family. Maybe those things are true. But if you sit in that very home and you say things like, this home is the stepping stone for what we're about to create. This home is everything that we have asked for and wanted and desired and needed for that phase in our life. This home is going to abundantly bless us with whatever it is that you need, right? Extra space, extra whatever. Like, you are pouring out gratitude and abundance. And then we start to create this visualization of what this home is. That's your vision. Is this home is organized. This home is safe. This home is clean. This home is fill in the blank of whatever it is you want. Same thing for your business, right? Now your brain starts to feel safe in the idea that your home is these things. And now you start to take actions that align with creating the vision that you have. Same thing goes for your business. If we are saying things like, I just don't have any clients, I don't know where my clients are coming from, I'm not sure where the next client would come from. No one cares about what I'm talking about. No one engages with my content. There are no clients out there. I don't know anybody who would buy this. I'm not really sure what transformation I actually get people. We start talking these things, or I'm terrible at business. I'm not good at what I do. I don't offer enough value. I'm not worthy of money. I'm not all of these things. We say these things. Our brains will prove it to be true. Our brains will go to work and they're like let me tell you, the most persistent thing I have in my yard right now is a little chipmunk. Like a little chipmunk, and it gets to work. And it's just like going through and digging through to be like, okay, well, where can I find proof that this is a terrible business? Where can I find proof that she is not really good at what she does? Where can I find proof that fill in the blank, whatever belief you have, your perceived reality about your current business, your brain will always prove it right. It will always prove it true. That's how we're wired. We're wired for that. That's what makes it easy. So I want to offer to you 5 thoughts that are really imperative for you to get on board with and to start visualizing these thoughts in a new way that will help you to elevate your game, that will help you to sign your next client, and will help you to create that safety within your brain, that perceived reality that signing clients is what you do. Okay? Signing clients is just what you do. That's it. That's all there is to it. Smashing tables over here. Signing clients is what you do. Now, if you don't believe that, you can start with that thought. Okay? But here are the 5 thoughts that can really help you to move from where you are to where you want to go. So just want you to take a deep breath in, breathe it all out. And I want you to look at your current business results. How much money have you made this month? How many clients have you signed this month? Without judgment, just facts. What are the factual data? What is the reality, not perceived reality? How many clients have you signed? How much money have you made? Now, I want you to accept that that current reality is because of the current way you've been thinking. Intentional or not, those thoughts have driven your current results. And I want you to say that I accept my current results and I understand that I have signed X number of clients and I have made X number of dollars due to my current way of thinking. Now, there might be some emotions sitting in your body, in your chest, maybe in your stomach. Maybe it's hurting your head a little bit. Maybe there's some guilt along with that. I want you to just allow that emotion to kind of move through your body for a minute. Feel it. Let it sit there. Feel how uncomfortable it is. Witness how much you don't like it. Witness the thoughts that you might have about it. Maybe you feel like you've been wasting time. Maybe you feel like this is unfair. Maybe you thought it was going to be easier than what it has been. Witnessing your thoughts around the current results that you have right now in your business, if they are not good. Witnessing your thoughts around your current results in your business, if you're like, it's great. I had one of my best months ever. This is amazing. I want to continue down this path. I want to keep going. Maybe it's building some excitement into your body. I just want you to feel that and let that process. Breathe in and sigh it all out. All right, from here, I want you to know that we just took your power back. In this moment, you just took the power back by accepting your current results. You took your power back, knowing that if your thoughts created those results, the simple shift is creating new thoughts to create new results. So what's the difference? What's the gap for you? Just take mental note. What were your current results and where do you want to go? If you signed 5 clients, maybe you want to sign 10. If you signed 0 clients or you had 0 people sign up for your course, clients, students, whatever you want to call them, maybe the goal is just to make a sale, right? I want one. I just want one sale, one. That's it. That's all I want right now. Whatever it is for you, I just want you to take note of what's the difference and recognizing that that result likely is not possible if we don't address the thinking. So here's 5 thoughts that I want you to try on. And maybe you already believe these thoughts to be true, maybe. But if you're here in this group to sign your next client, I would guess that you aren't signing clients or selling your offers the way that you want to be. And so I would guess that most of these are things you are not currently believing about your offers. And if you are, we have the ability to just kind of crank up the dial a little bit on each one of these, but there's also likely just room to get on board with some of these thoughts. And you might not feel okay getting on board with these right away, or you might not believe these 100% to be true. That's okay. This is just perceived reality for you that you don't think that this is possible for you, but we can work on that possibility and that belief. So I also have a fun offer for you at the end of this to help you to work on that belief and instilling that belief and getting on board with that if these feel really foreign to you or they just feel so far of stretch. like way out into the future and unavailable for you. So 5 thoughts that will help you to lead to your next client. 1, I am in demand. That's it. I am in demand. The thing that I offer, the thing that I sell, whether it's coaching container, a course, a digital marketing offer, a digital product, I am in demand. Do you believe that? Do you believe that people actually want what you have to offer? Because if you don't, this will hold you back. And it will put you into convincing energy, into this proving energy of like, oh, I don't really think people want what I have to offer. And so I've got to show them, I've got to prove to them why they need to hire me, why they need to buy my course, why. And we go into this like proving, convincing energy. And it's just such a red flag for people. People are just like instantly, they don't even know what it is, but there's like alarms that are going off for them. They're feeling like a kind of way. They don't really know what that is, but they just know that they're like, not really my vibe, not really loving it. And it's not having them throw their money at you because we are not in belief with the thought I'm in demand. And so we kind of come out from the scarcity place and this proving icky energy. So we want to shift that because if you are in demand, we come from a place of authority. We come from a place of like, yeah, people want what I have to offer. And when you believe that people want what I have to offer because I'm in demand, you're more likely to show up. I know for me, if I'm in belief, and I can go in and out of these thoughts, just so you know. Like, I want you to know as a coach, this is not this is an operating system that like I can flip in and out of because I'm human and I have a human brain. And this is just what human brains do. But I know where the gap is and I know where I need to be in order to sign a client. And so I start to just look at, I'm like, I haven't signed any clients lately. What's going on? What are my thoughts? What have I been thinking? And have I been thinking these things? It's like, no, I haven't been thinking these things. I haven't been on board with these. That's okay, not a problem. How can I believe more in these things? So I'm in demand. I'm in demand. People want what I have to offer. When I believe that, I show up way differently. I show up with service, of value, of wanting to create things for people. I show up wanting to help people get results, which leads me to my second thought. I get clients' results. Do you believe that if someone signs up with you and works with you or buys your program or product, they will actually get a result that you say they're going to get? One, if you don't say that they're going to get a result, there is no transformation. That right there is part of the strategy component. That's like the 20% of like creating the clarity around the transformation that you actually provide to somebody. If you don't have that clear, no one is going to buy your offer. So make sure that strategy piece is super clear. What is the transformation that you offer? Then believing that I get clients results. If you work with me, I will get you results. I know that to be true. I have clients right now who they have reels popping off to 100,000 views and more. They've never had that happen in their lives, ever. Of being 3 years on Instagram, they have never had a reel hit 100,000 views. And after working with me for less than 3 weeks, one of them is actually 3 weeks. The other one, I think we're in our first month together. Now they have reels that are going to 100,000 views. They haven't had new followers coming into their world in like a year. They've been stagnant at like 200 followers. Nothing's been budging, nothing's been moving. And now in working with me, I have one client who's doubled her following in 2 weeks. She was at 200 and something, and she's up over 500 now. I have another client who came to me with 470 something, and she's upwards of almost 800. Actually, I haven't checked today. I should probably check for her, but she's just like followers coming in daily. And it's coming off of a very aligned piece of content because I know clients get results when they work with me. I know that. I believe that. Some days I get in my head about it and I'm like, I don't know what results are my clients getting. They're not getting any results or they're not getting results fast enough. And then I start coming from a completely different energy. But when I'm confident and I've coached myself and I'm like, no, I know I get my clients' results. I find the evidence to prove that. And I just gave you guys a lot of evidence to prove that thought. I'm like, yeah, I know I get them results. So even if doubt and fear wants to creep up and try and tell me that I don't get clients results, or maybe I had a one-off of a client who didn't get the results that they wanted or desired, or there's something else that's kind of like going on that's driving that way of thinking of like, ooh, do we get clients results? I don't really know what we do. I can lean back into and coach myself into, okay, well, let's find the evidence that I do get my clients results. Where's that? So I want you to find the evidence of where you get your clients' results. And I want you to lean into that thought. I get my clients' results. If you haven't worked with a lot of clients, if you don't have a lot of people, if you don't have testimonials, if people haven't talked to you, if you haven't reached out to them, maybe you have like a digital product and you're like, I don't really know if they got results because they haven't talked to me since they purchased the thing or a physical product, then I want you to lean on the thought, I can help them. Knowing that like what you have to offer can help them. Maybe you don't believe 100% in the actual transformation yet. That's okay. But you can believe in knowing that you can help. You know you can help. Okay. The third thought is that I am magnetic. Another one that I love that kind of goes hand in hand with this is like everything I touch turns to gold. These thoughts for me, I'm like, yes, I'm magnetic. People want to be in my world. They want to be in my space. They want to come in here. And it's because what I have to offer works. I can help them. And I'm magnetic. People want to be around this energy. What also helps to believe that is believing that my clients come to me because what I offer is so valuable. And knowing that the things that I offer is so valuable to people, when people come into me, like I'm magnetic for that reason because of who I am and who I'm being, and of what I offer and the results that they're going to get when they work with me. That's value. There's no strategy behind that. You see how this is all thinking? If I did not believe that I was magnetic, then I would believe something probably along the lines of like, I have to go out and find clients. I have to go find people. I have to go and send a million messages out to people to try and like get clients. If you're coming from the place of like, I have to get clients or like get people, there's a complete roadblock in your mindset of you actually signing your next client. If you believe you're magnetic and your clients come to you, it puts you into a completely different state and energy that is very attractive to buyers. When we think of sales and we think of the thoughts that we're thinking, when we think of making sales in our business and signing a new client or selling a course, right? Selling one of your courses. When we think of the other person who's buying it, the buyer, I even think of myself. I'm like, as a buyer, what type of people do I buy from? What do I feel is attractive to me? What makes me purchase, right? Like, what is it about that? And I know that there's this magnetic pull. It's almost like this force where it's like, I just love everything that you're doing. It's so amazing. I just want to be a part of it. Sometimes I can't even put words to it. And I'm like, I don't even know what it is about this person or about this thing. I just know I need it. Like, I just have to have it. And your clients that are out there, this is going to lead to my next thought, are not saying, like, I need to have that if you don't believe that you are magnetic. So in order to have clients that want to work with you and that are signing with you, yes, you get them results, but it's also this magnetic energy that like they just come to me. Clients come to me all day long, every day. They come to me. Now, the fourth thought is my next client is right there waiting for me. My next client is right there waiting for me, or my next client is out there. A lot of the time when I'm working with entrepreneurs, the thing that holds them in the same place, creating the same results that they have right now, is they believe that there's nobody left. There's no other clients out there. There's no one to buy the thing that they have to offer. Either people don't have any money. Trust me, I fall into this all the time too. I'm like, there's no money left. No one has any money. This world is too expensive. No one can afford the things that I have to offer. It's just not true. It's mind drama. People can afford it. There are people out there that want to pay you and want to give you their money in exchange for the result that you said you were going to get them. Your clients are out there waiting for you. Your next client is out there. That person exists. My next client exists. My ideal client exists. They are showing up on Instagram or TikTok or my emails, wherever you like to show up in your business. My next client is right there. And when I think that, I start thinking my next client is right there. That shifts me into completely different energy. And I'm like, yeah, they are right there. How am I going to show up for them today? What am I going to do for that person today? How can I offer more value into their life today? Whereas if I don't believe a client is waiting, if I don't believe my ideal client is out there, I go, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post. Well, what do I post to get interest? What do I put up today? What do I even talk about? I don't even know what to do. And two things usually happen for me. One of two things will happen for me. One, I avoid my business like the plague because I feel like I don't know how to find clients. So I'll go do laundry. I will go organize a drawer that does not need to be organized. I will start a project that has literally nothing to do with my business whatsoever. Or two, I start consuming things for my business. I'm like, okay, well, what are people buying? Where are clients signing up? What are they doing? What are they purchasing? And how is she signing clients? And what is she doing? And I start looking for answers outside of myself. Those are my two things that I can recognize. And I'm like, ding, 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 alarms going off. I can realize in that moment that I am not in belief that my next client is out there waiting for me. And that doesn't have to be a problem. If I'm not in belief with any of these thoughts, none of it is a problem. It is just super hyper awareness that allows me to shift into that energy and out of the energy that's creating current results that I have. Because you create your current results. I create my current results. And I create that by the way that I think, by the power of my mind. Because the power of my mind is going to drive my actions. And if I don't take control over that, it will just do its thing on autopilot. It will just do its thing. Have you ever driven and you're like, you end up pulling into your driveway? Maybe you drive home from work, you end up pulling into your driveway. I do this with like sports practice all the time. I'm getting my kids home from sports and we like pull into the driveway and I'm like, how the heck did I get here? Did I run a red light? Did I blow through a stop sign? Oh my gosh. I hope it didn't. And like I really can't recall if I was actually paying attention 100% of the time driving home, not because I was on a phone or not because I was doing something or not because I was in conversation with the kids, simply because my brain was on autopilot. It knew exactly where we were going, exactly what we were doing. And had I not been going home and like going somewhere else after that, I probably would have gone in and been like, wait, where am I going? I missed my exit. I'm not supposed to go here. But do you ever notice that? Where your brain just goes in onto autopilot? That autopilot phase is how we operate. That's what your brain does. And so it's up to us to turn autopilot off and intentionally make that left turn, intentionally drive down the highway, intentionally move yourself where you want to go on that roadmap of where your success is leading you, right? So believing these things is so important. Now, the fifth thought, this is a big one. It goes along the lines of I get my clients' results, but I feel this one even deeper, like to my core. I feel this one so much deeper. It helps me to want to show up really from a place of just service. And when I show up out of service, I'm magnetic. People want in my world, they want what I have to offer, and it's attractive to other people. And the thought is, this will change their life. So, this, fill that in. My coaching will change their life. My course will change their life. My product will change their life. And when you start thinking about how things will change someone's life, it's kind of like, whoa, okay, wait a second. This could be like the butterfly effect, right? Like this could be the start of something beautiful for them. And if we believe that what we have to offer changes lives, I know you're going to show up and talk about it. I know you're going to go put offers out there. I know you're going to talk about it. You're going to put it out into the world. And you almost become this like broken record where you're like, I just can't stop talking about what it is, the thing that I have to offer, because it's so amazing. Like it's so incredible. And it will change their life. Like, of course, I want you in my world. Of course, I want to work with you because I know what I have to offer will change your life. Okay. Those are the 5 thoughts. And I want you to know that if you are looking for having that edge, having that next client sign with you, it's going to come from your thinking. And yes, there's going to be that 20% strategy that comes into play, but 80% of what it is that you're doing is driven by your thinking. And so the power that you hold, the power that I gifted back to you today of taking ownership, of accepting exactly where you are at and knowing that you've created those results. And if you created those results, you can create any result. This is just a matter of you getting on board with your vision and you getting on board with that vision being the thing that's already done. Like this isn't an option for this vision to come true. It's coming true. So when you get on board with the vision, you get on board with, let's use signing your next client. That's the vision, right? That's the goal. That's the next step to creating even bigger and amazing things. But when you get on board with like, okay, my next client is out there. I'm signing my next client. And you start trying on these thoughts, we start to go, okay, well, if I'm signing my next client, I know that what I've been thinking up to this point hasn't really been doing it. So I'm going to try on these thoughts. Then from there, you really start to change everything about your business. It all starts lining up for you. And this is the power. If you were to show up like this and coach your brain every day for the rest of the year, like just imagine coaching your brain every day for the rest of the year, the results that could be possible for you. I want you to just think about what it feels like to go, "Ugh, no one cares about what I have to offer. No one wants to sign for me. There are no clients out there for me. No one's listening to me. And I don't really know if what I do gets people results. I don't really know what results they get from that." That's very disempowering. It does not feel very great to show up or to want to go and sell the thing that you're selling coming from that place. Then you step into, after this short time coaching here, we go, I'm in demand. I get clients results. I know I can help them. I'm magnetic and my clients come to me. I know my next client is out there waiting for me and this is going to change their life. Can you feel it? Completely different freaking energy. And when we come from that place, if you were to do this type of coaching every single day for the rest of the year, I promise you things would change for you in your business. I promise you. So, what I want to offer you guys is a 5-day free coaching, business coaching to sign your next client. So for 5 days, we're going to do this together. It's going to be on weekdays. So it actually is going to end up being 7 days together. But that's because weekends I like to take off with my family. And I wanted to just like give you guys a bit of time. I feel like there's so much power in being able to like start something and create a bit of a pause in the middle to work through some mind drama that might be sticky instead of just having something be like super fast and having to get it done right away. So Thursday, Friday is day 1 and 2. Saturday, Sunday is a bit of our pause where we get to let's see, okay, what's coming up for you? Where's the mind drama? Where are all the thoughts, your unintentional thinking, your subconscious thoughts and thinking? You're going to start to see how this is coming out for you. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to finish this off for your 5 days to your next client. I want to help you to sign a client in 5 days. And this isn't going to be based on strategy. Sometimes I teach strategy and other times I teach mindset. This will be a combination of two things, but mostly on the mindset side of things. And this will be hosted in my free Facebook group. So if you want to be a part of that, you're going to have an email in your inbox that is inviting you in to join that space. If you have any problems, you can DM me at Chalene McLeod. That's CHALENEMACLEOD at Chalene McLeod on IG. You can DM me and I can help get you into that space. And if you have any questions on that, you can ask me about that as well. But I'm going to do this work with you for the 5 days that I'm coaching in there, the Thursday, Friday, then the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to do this work together. And we're going to see how this actually changes things for you and how you start to shift how you show up in your business and how this will shift to help you sign your next client. So I'm so excited. I hope you will join me in there. I hope that you found this helpful and that these thoughts are really great. We will do live coaching inside of that group. So I will get to see your actual thoughts and coach you on those in that space. You will also get to see other people's thoughts and how I can coach them on their thoughts in that space. The last time I did a free coaching group, I just want to offer to you guys. I had a free coaching group and one of the girls that was in there, she came in and she was making $500 a month in her cleaning business. And when we had closed out the group, it was like a quick 1 week group of coaching. I think it was 3 days. I don't even think it was 5 days. I think it was 3 days. And when we had ended that, her next month, she went on to make over $2,000 that month. Like this works. I'm telling you, this stuff freaking works and it's amazing. So you guys have to get into the group, join the Facebook group, go check your emails or DM me at Chalene McLeod if you are not getting an email. Maybe it goes to your spam. Maybe you deleted it because you get 100 emails. I don't know. But whatever happens, if you want to get into that space, I invite you to come join me. I will coach you for free for 5 days in that group. And we are on the mission. We've got a goal for you to sign your next client. So I welcome you on in and I invite you to ask any questions if you have any. But thank you for showing up for this video. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up in your business and for doing this work. I promise it's magic. Bye, guys.